What up, what up? What's the B word, man? I'm Anthony Addison with another segment of What's the B word. Like and subscribe to the page. Hit me up on Instagram, What's the B word 52. Just like you see on YouTube. Hit me up on Facebook, What's the B word. And hit me up on Twitter, B word 52. And y'all already know what's going on with me, baby. Baltimore Raven fan, Raven Nation stand up. Flock, let's get it. And if you're not a Raven fan, you might be a fan of whoever. You might be a fan of the Steelers. You might be a fan of the Browns. You might be a fan of the Giants. Hit that like button anyway. Hit that subscribe button anyway, because we talk football, period, baby. But reason why we here today, and I can't believe, man, time has really flew, man, and then due to the COVID stuff and stuff like that, I almost felt like we were going to have an NFL season and stuff like that. But we here, baby. We here. I'm hyped. Counting down the days like it's Christmas when I was 3 years old or something like that. You know? But anyway, I'm here to talk about my week one picks, man. My week ones. You know, if you're familiar with my channel and you've been around for a while, man, you know I do a weekly pick every week. I try to do it every week. So here's week one, man. I'm gonna say this right here. Week one is one of the hardest weeks because you really don't know who really been busting their tail, who really just, you know, made that big of an acquisition in the offseason and stuff like that, because I don't follow every team. I follow as many teams as I can, but my main focus is the Baltimore Ravens and our rivals. That's my main focus. And, you know, it's just, that's how I go, man, because that's the only teams that affect us in a way. The divisional rivals, Pittsburgh, Cleveland, and Cincinnati. And then, you know, them other guys like New England and Kansas City. But anyway, speaking of Kansas City, week one, first game of the season. Probably going to be one of the most weirdest ring ceremony games you have ever seen. And you'll probably never see one like this again in your life, where there's nobody in the stadium. This is the first home game for Kansas City. Of course, the Super Bowl champions always open up at home, unless you're the Ravens in 2013. We ain't going to talk about that, though. But they got the Kansas City Chiefs playing against the Houston Texans. And I'm just gonna be simple and straight up with this, man. I think Kansas City win this game. It's the ceremony game, the banner game, stuff like that. And I just don't like the acquisitions that Houston made this offseason. Like the stuff that Billy O'Brien did, I'm not gonna just say he was wrong, because we just gotta wait till it play out. But at the same time, I mean, he wasn't wrong about Jalavian Clowney. If you look at it like that, he wasn't wrong about Clowney. So, you know, we just gotta wait till it play out. So, if this don't work out, if this blow up in Billy O'Brien's face, this could be Billy O'Brien's job. I can't lie to you. But I'm riding with Kansas City in that game right there. The next game is the Philadelphia Eagles versus the Washington football team. And I'm going to keep that one short and sweet too, man. I'm not really big on Dwayne Haskins. I got to see more of that guy right there. I know he young and stuff like that, and I know he learning. I wasn't big on him when he was in college and stuff like that. To me, Philly ain't that great either, but at the same time, Carson Wentz is a better quarterback. He'll be able to use his weapons better and stuff like that. I just don't trust Washington as an organization, man. It's just from the top to the bottom, man. So I'm riding with Philly on it, man. Washington might have a high draft pick this year again. The next game is the New England Patriots versus the Miami Dolphins. First time ever seeing Cam Newton play for the New England Patriots, man. And I think, and I just think this is just how I feel, that Cam Newton is going to have a pretty good doggone year in New England, man. A lot of people sleeping on Cam Newton and stuff like that, but they forgetting before Cam Newton got hurt, he was having one of the best seasons of his career. Almost to the MVP caliber year that he had. I think that was 2015. Whatever year that was when we played against him, and they beat the brakes off us. I'm talking about, man, tore us up. Cam was having one of the better years. A lot of people thinking that Cam they're gonna run an offense like the Brady type offense with Cam over there. Nah, man, you gotta remember Belichick is a type of coach that adjusts with everything. So just wait on it. You gonna see, man. You gonna see. The next game, and it's a lot of. That's what I meant to say too. It's a lot of division games in this week one. The next game is the Minnesota Vikings versus the Green Bay Packers. Tough division game, man. You got Aaron Rodgers versus Kirk Cousins. Aaron Rodgers, of course, is the better quarterback. But to me, I think I gotta see if Green Bay really got that run defense in check. And I think I'm gonna ride with the Vikings. I think they run offense gonna probably give the Green Bay a little trouble, but I could be wrong. But I just gotta see if that run defense has improved because Green Bay run defense was not all that last year, man. It wasn't all that at all. So I'm riding with the Minnesota Vikings in Week 1 against the Green Bay Packers. The next game is the Indianapolis Colts versus the Jacksonville Jaguars. The Jaguars is tanking. They getting rid of everybody. They was willing to take a cap hit to get Jadavion Clowney to Baltimore just so they can get some more picks. So they just let you know what type of environment is going on in Jacksonville. They just tanking all the way, tanking for trouble and getting as many draft picks as they can. You know what's going on down there, so Jacksonville gonna lose. They'll probably get about 1 or 2 wins if they get that. So the Colts gonna win that game right there. The next game I got the Chicago Bears going against the Detroit Lions, and I'm gonna go ahead and ride with Chicago on there. I'm not big on Mitchell Trubisky. I don't like Mitchell Trubisky at all. To me, he's not that good of a quarterback, but to me, Chicago just a better team than Detroit. And then I think, and correct me if I'm wrong in the comment section, but I think Matt Stafford opted out this year. I think he opted out this year. I can't remember, but I think he did. I think he opted out this season. Or am I tripping? I can't remember because, like I told y'all, I don't pay attention to every NFL team. I try as many as I can, but I think he did opt out. The next game, the Las Vegas Raiders versus the Carolina Panthers, and I'm gonna roll with Las Vegas on this, man. The Raiders surprised me a little bit last year. They really surprised me a little bit last year, man. John Gruden had those guys playing hard. Jacobs. I knew he was good, but that dude was a beast last year. What's a beast? Darren Waller, Hunter Renfrow, he was playing decent. Then, they made a couple of good moves this offseason and stuff like that. I'm not saying that the Raiders will be a force this year, but I'm just saying, to me, they kind of making the right moves to go to the, they're progressing, man. They elevating. To me, Carolina Panthers still not it. I mean, just being honest. People was, they went out to Teddy Bridgewater, and to me, honestly, Teddy Bridgewater is not an upgrade to Cam Newton. I don't care that Cam Newton been hurt a couple of years and stuff like that. He is not an upgrade compared to Cam Newton. Everybody bring up the whole thing about when Teddy was the starting quarterback for the New Orleans Saints and they went on their winning streak. But truth be told, if you look at the numbers, if you look at the game, the eye test, the number test, they both say the same. Teddy Bridgewater was just being a game manager and out there not to lose it. He wasn't out there to win it. He was out there not to lose it. He was letting the defense do their thing, and he was just making sure he didn't turn over the ball. But with a team like Carolina, and they don't have, and this is going to be the first year without Luke Kuechly and stuff like that, and I got to see what the defense will look like then. I don't think the game managing is going to get it done. So, truthfully, be on the lookout for a lot of Christian McCaffrey for this season, because to me, Teddy not all that. I'm just being real. The next game is the New York Jets versus the Buffalo Bills. And a lot of people on YouTube channel and NFL analysts and stuff like that, they got the Bills as the favorite to win the division, man. And that's rightfully understandable because the Bills got a good defense. They got a good running game. The only thing the Bills have a problem with, and they just got Stephon Diggs, and to me, they got finessed on their trade. To me, honestly, Stephon Diggs is not worth a first round pick to me. He not. I mean, look at his numbers. He's not a top 10 receiver to me. If I'm gonna give up a first round pick, and that's just me talking as a Baltimore fan because we stingy with trading our picks, especially high picks. We not really gonna trade no high pick. I think about it, we got Marcus Peters for a 5th round. We got Calais Campbell for a 5th round. We not big on trading high picks. And I just don't think, like, Stephon Diggs good, but at the same time, Josh Allen is not the most accurate quarterback in the NFL either. I hope he improve because I kind of like him, but everything, and this the whole ironic thing about Josh Allen, y'all. everything that they tried to say Lamar Jackson is Josh Allen. Josh Allen was what they said Lamar Jackson was last year. All he can do is run. He can't make the deep ball. Josh Allen got one of the strongest arms in the NFL, but he let a lot of balls go. I mean, think about it, especially my Raven fans. Think about it. When we played the Bills last year, going into halftime, Josh Allen only had 15 yards passing. So that should tell you everything you need to know. But still, Buffalo got a good defense. I mean, they one of the best corners in the league. They just signed Josh Norman. I mean, Josh Norman not the premier corner that he used to be, but he kind of like, he could be kind of like how Jimmy is. You put him on a 2 or a 3, and he'll dominate. So, we'll just have to see. But I got Buffalo beating the Jets, man, because the Jets they not the best organization either. Even though I feel like they won their trade with Seattle, though. They won their trade. Got a lot of draft picks on that trade. The next game, Baltimore Ravens, Cleveland Browns. I'm going to pick Baltimore. I'm not going to go into deep detail because I'll shoot a separate video for the Baltimore Ravens because, the Baltimore Ravens, we get treated special in this YouTube channel right here. The next game is the Seattle Seahawks versus the Atlanta Falcons, and I'm picking Seattle in that game. I mean, it's hard to bet against Russell, especially when Russell playing in a dome. He gonna be manipulating that pocket. He gonna be moving around. This DK second year, and I'm excited to see how he work out. They got Jamal Adams from their trade that we were just talking about with the Jets. But Atlanta is no slouch either. But it's starting to seem like the coach for Atlanta is just not it. I mean, what he's pushing for their team has expired. And really last year was time for them to go ahead and move along. No hard feelings. Coach, we love you, but it's just not working anymore. I think Atlanta should have went for a new coach this year. So it might be another rough, and I ain't even gonna say it's gonna be a rough year for Atlanta. It might be an 8-8 year, but the Seahawks will have another good year this year as long as Russell Wilson stay healthy, because that's how bad of a dude he is. The next game, Cincinnati Bengals versus the Chargers. I'm not big on Tyrod Taylor. I want to draft Keenan Allen on my fantasy team, but I thought about Tyrod Taylor being a quarterback. They lost Derwin James due to a knee injury. I believe it was a knee injury. The Chargers is just another organization. And it's so funny because these two organizations are so similar to each other. Because they owners it's like they owners don't put the effort to make the team better. They really don't. They just care about getting a couple of dollars. And that's why both teams have been the way they've been. But I'm going to go and say that this first game right here, Joe Burrow gets his first win and his first start. And Joe Burrow mania begins until he starts playing division foes. And that's when the whole Joe Burrow thing will die down. So I got Cincinnati beating the Chargers in week 1. The next game we got the 49ers versus the Arizona Cardinals. And I love it. Man, I'm gonna be all eyes in this game right here, man. I really like Kyler Murray. Like everybody, a lot of people not giving his props that he deserves. Not saying that he's the same as Lamar Jackson, but the way people fear Lamar Jackson, man, it's pretty soon, man. Kyler is no joke, man. Go back and look at some of the throws that Kyler Murray made, man. Kyler is no joke. He little, but he a little piece of dynamite, man. He is nothing to be played with. And the Cardinals have been making a couple of moves, man. Then he got a new target over there. He got new Cochran. They got rid of that big old contract that pretty much was dead money with David Johnson because he stayed hurt. Kenya Drake seemed like he had got the memo and with the offense was playing a lot better that second half. The defense really wasn't that bad last year. Chandler Jones was balling out of control. Buda Baker is pretty nice. You giving Cliff Kingsbury another year to with his offensive installment and stuff like that. And like I said, man, Kyler Murray is just a bad dude. And I'm telling y'all, sooner or later, if you don't believe me, sooner or later you'll see that Kyler Murray is that good, man. He really is. The next game, this is a big one right here. New Orleans Saints versus the Tom Brady Buccaneers. TB Bucks. I got New Orleans beating Tom Brady and them, man. I think Tom Brady and them gonna kind of get to a slow start and all that because, you know, it's a new team. He's learning new stuff and stuff like that, chemistry and all that stuff. And then you got to remember that we had this COVID situation, so we didn't have the typical training camp where we had preseason games and stuff like that. We didn't have OTAs, even though Brady flew his guys out there and had practices and stuff like that. But it's just, you know, this is the toughest year for new coaches or people that's going to new teams, especially quarterbacks. So I got the New Orleans Saints, man, because everything is set in stone over there right now. They got Drew Brees, a staple in their team. Sean Payton, a staple for their team. And they got the same defensive guys coming back. A pretty good doggone defense. They had a little situation with Kamara, but it looked like that's going to smooth itself out. Michael Thomas is over there. They got Jared Cook. They got Emmanuel Sanders. They got a pretty decent team, man. And they've been playing together. So, you know, this chemistry and all that is going to mold from last year to this year. Not saying that they didn't need training camp or OTAs and stuff like that. But I'm saying Brady and them needed it more. So I got New Orleans. And it's going to be so weird seeing that nobody's in their Superdome. But I got New Orleans beating Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The Tom Brady Buccaneers. The next game we got, and it's the night game. Dallas Cowboys versus the LA Rams. And I got the Cowboys winning this game, man. It's time for put up or shut up for Dak Prescott. He got to win some games. If he don't win some games, then he gone. This could be a real, like with the whole Andy Dalton situation. As soon as they signed Andy Dalton, I thought about something. This could be a Tannehill Mariota situation. Mariota is a dual threat quarterback. Dak could do a threat quarterback. Tannehill was a regular pocket passing quarterback. Andy Dalton is a pocket passing quarterback. Mariota was getting ready to get going into a contract year. Dak is getting ready to go into a contract year. Dak has to really produce this year, and not with passing yards. He's got to produce with passing touchdowns, and he got to produce with wins. They blamed it on the coaching staff and stuff like that. They blamed it on Jason Garrett. But it's time to finally see, is it really Jason Garrett? But week 1, I got them beating the Rams, man. I'm not a Jared Cook fan. But be on the lookout, man. That boy Cam Akers, he gonna be something special over there with the Rams, man. The next game is the Pittsburgh Steelers versus the New York Giants. And the Giants is a joke. Pittsburgh was kind of a joke last year, but at the same time, for Mike Tomlin to go 8-8 with that team right there, with their starting quarterback hurt, playing with Duck Hodges, and he went 8-8, and I almost had a chance to make it to the playoffs. I mean, Pittsburgh just still a better team than the Giants, hands down. And now on to the last and final game. We got the Tennessee Titans versus the Denver Broncos. And it was breaking news that Von Miller hurt himself on the very last play of practice. And he's looking to be out for the remainder of the season. So that's tough. Right here, I'm talking about week 1 is right there in his grasp. And they say he blew a tendon in his ankle. Hope it wasn't his Achilles tendon. But they say it looked like he's going to be done for the season. I got Tennessee winning this game, though. But it's one thing I want to see with Tennessee, and it has nothing to do with their offense, because really Tennessee has made some good moves. I'm not big on Tannehill still, but, you know, when you got a man like Derrick Henry back there, man, all you need is a guy that's average at throwing the ball, because you're going to be having 8 at the box one-on-one across the board. But the one thing I want to see, because Tennessee defense plays so good, and they just got Jadeveon Clowney. But the thing I want to see is how good will the Tennessee defense play now that Dean Pease is gone. us Baltimore fans, we real familiar with Dean Pease. New England fans is too. Dean Pease is a pretty good defensive coordinator. He's been successful on every level. He's been successful multiple times in the NFL. Won Super Bowl in New England and Baltimore. And took Tennessee on their run that they took, because at the same time, we didn't score nothing but 10 points against Tennessee. That took a real good defensive scheme to pull something off like that. The number one offensive team in the NFL only scored 10 points. Now it was 12. So I just want to see what Tennessee defense will look like without Dean Pease. But anyway, I'm picking Tennessee to win that game right there. Not big on the Denver Broncos, even though I think Drew Lock gonna have a better season this year. Got him a weapon, but I just still don't think it's just gonna mesh off top in the first week or so. It's gonna take a little time. So anyway, them was all my picks, man. I'm getting a little drained, y'all. I've been at work all day and stuff like this, and this is a 20-something minute video. Make sure y'all like and subscribe to my channel. Y'all hit me up on all my social media platforms. Y'all drop in the comment section and tell me who y'all think gonna win the games through the week. If y'all think I'm wrong or I'm right and stuff like that. And just let's talk football, man. We right here. We 2 days away, baby. 2 days away. I will be dropping a video on the Kansas City Chiefs versus the Houston game. And, of course, I'm going to do my previews for the Baltimore Ravens versus the Cleveland Brown game. So, anyway, like I said, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. Take 2 seconds to hit the like, 1 second to hit the subscribe, man. Y'all holler at me on all my social media platforms. Flock, I love y'all. Subscribers, I love y'all. And I'm out.